Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mindset Matters More. I'm your host, Andy, and today I want to talk about perfection again because I am bumping up against this idea of I need to be perfect. This is a recurring theme with me, so if we have multiple podcasts on it, you're just going to have to deal with it and listen to what I have to tell you because I'm not perfect. So let's get into it. As you guys know, I've been sick over the past few days. By the time this actually posts, it will have been a good week and a half since getting sick. But I want to talk about getting back into the gym and how I felt today, because today was like a really bad gym session and I beat myself up about it and I felt really bad about it and I had a lot of thoughts about it. So we're going to talk about it. So, this stomach bug really knocked me out. And it wasn't necessarily, no, it was the stomach bug that knocked me out. But on top of that, the medication that they gave me also doubly knocked me out. So it was like this compounded destruction of me in order to get better. And, taking rest days is really hard for me unless it's like I programmed it in. These forced rest days are really hard. And there's a multitude of reasons of why they're really hard. It's because I feel like I'm falling behind. I feel like I'm not doing everything I possibly could. Maybe I could go to the gym, but I'm just being lazy. All these like sort of negative thoughts that like tear me down and put me down, and they're not very nice. Okay. So yesterday I had resolved, I'm going to go back to the gym tomorrow because, I'm on the mend. Like, I'm still taking the meds, so I'm not going to go hard at the gym. I'm just going to do what I can and it'll be fine. It'll be okay, right? Wrong. I wound up going to the gym. And yes, I did my exercise at about 60% of the weights that I was pushing last week. And every time I lifted the weight, all I could think of was, you weak little bitch. Like, what are you doing? But my muscles were screaming, oh my God, this is so heavy. And so, like, the back and forth of those two thoughts, it was like, mommy and daddy fighting in my head. It was like this one thing that's like, hey, Andy, you can do more. Or Andy, oh my God, this is too heavy. And those like two warring thoughts in my head were just like making me feel nutso. Not only that, but also this idea that I'm like, oh my God, I've lost all my muscle. I look so soft. Oh my God, like I've not making any progress. And oh my God, I probably gained weight. I probably shouldn't be a bodybuilder anymore. Like, needless to say, I was dumping on myself pretty hard at the gym. And so not only was the workout, not as intense, and rightfully so, it shouldn't have been any more intense. I'm going to say that right out. But it was terrible in the sense that like my head wasn't in the game. It was terrible in the sense that my mindset was not like, Andy, this is what you can do. Let's just embrace it. Like, beating up on yourself while you're in the middle of a workout just makes the workout like that much worse. Because I don't have that like mind muscle connection. I don't have that like enthusiasm to do my workout. Like, my brain is not allowing me to reap the benefits of this workout. So basically the workout was trash, mindset trash, like everything was trash. And so I leave the gym and I'm in my car and I'm like sharing my experience because I'm just like, why? What is going on? What is going on? Like, my head is just totally messing with me. So I had committed to coming home, praying, meditating, journaling, and trying to dig deep into what it is. And we always come back to this idea that like, I have to be perfect. I have to be at 100% of the most intense version of Andy that exists in the planet, or else I am failing. Which is like the most ridiculous thing ever. I mean, I've said it before. It's not about being that version. It's about doing what I can today. And today, my 60% of the most intense version of Andy was actually my 100% of Cipro stomach bug Andy. Like, that is the 100% version that I can give right now. Like, I was on the treadmill trying to do my cardio, and my calves were just burning, and my head was burning, and my body was burning, and I'm just like, I can't do any more. Like, if I push myself any harder, I will be hurt. And so I stopped, and I came home, and I'm like doing all this stuff, and I'm like, man, I just am really beating up on myself, and I got to stop doing that. I have to really focus on recovery. Recovery is key. Recovery is what's going to get me to the next level. And so I committed once again to myself this whole idea of, Andy, you don't have to be perfect. Anybody who knows what success is like knows that you cannot be on your shit 100% of the time at like this high intensity level. It just doesn't work like that. You will be burnt out. You will be injured. You will be put out for longer periods of time. Like, if I would have continued on the treadmill, I 100% would have guaranteed that I would have been hurt with my legs. Like, the way that my legs were feeling after the 10 minutes that I was on there, I absolutely would have been hurt. And then you know what would have happened? I would have had to be out of the gym for longer. And oh my God, I would have hated that. So it's a reminder that you got to take a step back and look at things from a bird's eye view. Like, okay, 2 days is not going to ruin my progress. Let's stop being a little bit ridiculous, Andy, right? But it's the compassion that I also have to have for myself. It's the, Andy, yes, you are going to feel weak. Yes, Andy, you aren't going to look as tough on your muscles because they've actually relaxed and rested, and they are no longer inflamed from so much exercise. So they will be softer. Yes, Andy, your stamina isn't going to be quite as much because you're on this medication and because you've been sedentary for basically 72 hours straight. So how are you going to expect to go from that to walking 10 miles a day every day right from the get-go? It's looking at these things from the perspective of, let's look at the full picture, not just the day, not just the workout, not just the moment. Let's look at the entire picture of what's going on. If you look at the numbers that I pushed today, yeah, they were 60% I was pushing last week, but it's 100% of what I was pushing 16 weeks ago. 16 weeks ago, this was 100% high intensity Andy. But I mean, today it's not, because I mean, after all the work that I put in, like, just to even revert back to this level is pretty amazing. Like, my body does amazing things. And this is not to like toot my own horn. Please do not take it like that. It is about having some perspective. And that's why I track everything, because it's important to track everything so that you can actually see beyond the moment. You have to be able to see the full picture. And so, yeah, I came home, I journaled, I prayed. I said, you know what? Why am I doing this? And it's this unachievable perfection that I keep bumping up against. And so today, this podcast is actually for me. It's a reminder to me, and maybe you get benefit from it, but it's a reminder to me that you're doing your best When you're at the finish line, you will say you did your best every step of the way, because that is what you're doing. That includes taking care of yourself. That includes resting, taking breaks. That includes working on those negative thoughts when they crop up, and reminding yourself that perfection is a lie. And so, with that, ladies and gents, I'm going to finish this podcast. I hope you got something out of it. Love you guys. Bye.